Hi, Andriy. Let's take a look at these new essays you've written for us. The first one is about marriage and birth after 30. Let's see what you said. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether the modern trend of marrying and giving birth after 30 is a positive or negative phenomenon. While some believe that this development is unfavorable, I personally strongly disagree. I got rid of yet because you already have a word showing contrast. You have while here, so you don't need to. This essay will argue that in stable economies, later marriages are undeniably better than earlier ones, using examples from governmental and academic institutions. Okay, fine. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that late marriages are often connected with long-lasting relationships and conscious child upbringing. I don't know about this. Conscious child rearing. It kind of just comes out of my mouth naturally. Conscious child rearing really feels for me the best expression here. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, according to recent empirical research by the Ministry of Sociology of Ukraine, more than 2/3 of couples who married after 30 do not divorce, but this number is significantly lower for those married earlier. Wait a minute. More than 2/3 of couples do not divorce, but okay. Fine. Every second couple from this group divorces after 5 years of unhappy relationships. This impressive difference can be explained by the fact that people tend to make decisions more carefully when they are older. Secondly, since it is common to be financially established and well educated after 30, couples of this age group practice more pragmatic approaches when it comes to raising children. For instance, a freshly published study confirms that adult couples in their 30s are ready to follow a paradigm after reading a book about it. So they practice methodologies recommended by recognized professionals in pedagogics. As a result, their offspring is raised in predictable and stable conditions, which is beneficial for their success in the future. Okay, I'm actually really happy with this for a variety of reasons. First of all, you covered both marriage and you also covered child rearing, and so that's really important. You didn't just deal with one or the other, you dealt with them both separately, and you gave really significant reasons for why you are in favor of this. Okay, so really, really well done. Good vocabulary, except for a couple of little areas like this, impressing instead of impressive, but well done, okay? Let's see, I like freshly published, that was nice. So let's see what else you said in the next paragraph. On the other hand, while there is a strong case for getting married later, in some countries the importance of marrying before 30 cannot be overstated. This is largely because the quality of the healthcare system is directly connected with the average period of fertility, i.e., the lower the former, the shorter the latter. All right, I have to kind of put my head around that. All right, let me think about it a little bit, but let's see what you said. For example, an extensive study has been conducted among young couples in African countries suffering from economical problems, epidemics, all right, and other negative social developments. This study has shown that only 1 out of 4 females was fertile after 29 in those places. Moreover, they could not find suitable partners if they were older than 26, because even a 27-year-old, here because this is actually an adjective for female, individual was perceived too old there. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that negative circumstances in developing economies can explain a higher level of acceptance of early marriages there. Okay. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that late marriages are to be accepted without unnecessary critics in stable countries where citizens do not have severe health problems and are not economically disadvantaged. However, it cannot be directly applied to less economically advantaged countries. While it is predicted that the worldwide level of healthcare will improve, every nation must define its own idea here of the ideal marriage age. Okay, so it sounds to me like on the whole you are in favor of this paragraph. So, and this is basically what you have here is really just more or less an exception. And since that's the case, you should have reversed these paragraphs. You talk about the exception first, and then here, and then you take this paragraph and you talk about it second. That's the proper order, because we always talk about the paragraph that we support last. We put it closer to our conclusion, okay? So that's the change I would make. I found your arguments really interesting. I found it an enjoyable read. I thought it was well thought out, so I enjoyed it. Yeah, there were a couple of little things that I would have changed here and there in terms of vocabulary, in terms of grammar, but I genuinely enjoyed it, okay? So well done here. Let's take a look at your, is there anything else I want to mention? No, let's see. Here you linked marriage with childbirth together. You kind of lumped them together, whereas here you dealt with them separately. I'm not going to say it's wrong. I felt you did cover them both, so no real complaints there. I just want to double check. Let's see what you did in your task 1. No, I'm rather happy with it. So, this is the terrible restaurant experience. Let's see what you said. Dear Sir, Madam, I'm writing you to express my deepest dissatisfaction with the quality of service at your restaurant and to ask for a refund. Please find all the details below. First of all, it was on the 2nd of May, 2018. That day I decided to try your business lunch offer, so I and a group of my colleagues, it should be a group of my colleagues and I. We always put the I second. Arrived at the restaurant around 1:45. The personnel was quite polite. They offered us a place in the main hall, but that, with an A, was the only positive experience. After our order was taken, we had to wait for more than 45 minutes before one of the waiters informed us that they forgot to put our order into the system, so it was not prepared. However, while we had been charged in advance, no one offered us a refund. That's how we have to phrase this here. Instead, since we were limited in time, we had to go outside and buy something at the corner shop. In my opinion, such an approach to serving clients must not be conceived as appropriate, yet it is still a reality at your place. I would have gotten rid of the comma here, and I'm not a huge fan of the word place. At your establishment would have been a much better word here, or your restaurant, also fine. I would like to get a full refund to my card, so please identify the transaction by the receipt number 123. For your convenience, I am attaching a copy of the receipt. I would appreciate if you could respond within 3 business days. Otherwise, I'm going to escalate this issue to the top management of your network and to my bank security office, which might result in blocking your account. Thank you for understanding. Looking forward to your reply soon. Sincerely. Okay. This is really good, Andriy. I liked it. It's detailed, it's fluid and fluent, and overall I enjoyed it. You certainly covered the issues that happened at the restaurant. You gave a lot of detail, so you extended, you expanded upon your arguments, so absolutely fine. I liked all of this. It was certainly very firm, almost threatening, but that's okay. It was firm, so that's fine. There's one little thing that I have to comment on that I would like you to change. It's this right here. The convention of letter writing and formal letter writing says that when you don't know the name of the person you are writing to, you must end your letter yours faithfully, not your sincerely. Okay? If you did know the name of the person you were writing to, and it was still a formal letter, then you could have said yours sincerely. But just keep that in mind. This might seem a little old-fashioned, but for the purposes of IELTS, just keep it in mind that you should sign off to someone whose name you don't know with yours faithfully. Okay? Overall, I'm very, very pleased with your work today. Good job. Go ahead and correct these essays and let's see what you write for your next set. I'll be waiting. Good luck.